Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this week we are doing another first look of our theme. So this week's theme is going to be mystical creatures, and this first look is kind of a unicorn inspired eye look. So the pinks, the purples, the sparkles, really fun, not too hard to create. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look, go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so the first look in our mystical creatures look is going to be a unicorn inspired look. I'm really excited. I have some new stuff to try out. I have a couple new like glitters I want to try and use. Also this one is super pretty. So for some reason every time I decide to do a video it turns into a pink eye look, so sorry about that. But I am just going to go ahead and prime my eyelids using my Shadow Insurance by Too Faced. Go ahead and get that on there. So I know a couple weeks ago I said I was going to start filming every Monday, but the last couple weeks of my life have been chaotic. So 2 weeks ago, I blew a tire out on my van, and then somehow the tire got like mixed in and pulled the gas line out, and the car was like the underneath of the van was on fire, and it was a hot mess. So that car was totaled. So we were searching for a new van and we found one, but then we ended up having issues with it right away. So my husband brought it back on Saturday because we found a new car, and on my way to pick my husband up from the dealership dropping off the old van, I got rear-ended in our other car. So luckily the damage on that one isn't too bad, but still, it's just been something else. So that is why I've been kind of MIA. But I made a point today. I was like, okay, I need to sit down and do this because last week it felt weird not really having like a theme I was going for, but I just was so overwhelmed with everything else. There was no way I could make it happen. So here I am now. Go in and kind of lay down a transition color. I think I'm going to use Did y'all just see that happen? Okay, so that's pretty neat. Oh, that really annoys me. I just got this too. I've literally used it like twice. Moving on. I'm going to go in with Bear. That makes me so mad. And just put that in my crease as a transition shade. I wonder if I should email them. But anyways, moving on. This is just kind of, I don't know if I used this last time, but this is a nice just like pinky transition shade. So I'm really going to pack that into the crease here. Perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. Man, I really liked this palette until that just happened, and now I'm just sad. That was such a pretty color. I don't even know how that just happened. Well, yeah. That's why I hate like shadows like that are more of like a pressed, like a foiled, like pressed glittery type shade. Because I feel like they always fall apart. It's such a pain in the butt. Alright, so we're going to blend this in on both eyes. Just get them nice and even. And then I am going to dip into, let's do streaking. So this like just really a nudie shade here. And I'm going to take this and kind of run it over the top here just to really blend that in because I don't like how harsh of a line that left. A lot of it I think is this brush. I'm so used to my other brush that blends so well. I think that on my lid I want to do this color from the Violet Voss Rainbow palette. I just need to incorporate this somewhere. It's like the prettiest, like, the lighting is terrible. There we go. Iridescent, like, it has like shimmers of pink, and it's just really pretty. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that with some glitter over it on my lid. But as far as like my crease, I kind of want to do like a purple. Alright, so I have that all blended in on my eyes. I think a lot of my colors are going to come from the Violet Voss, the Rainbow palette today, just because I think these are all pretty fitting for a unicorn look. So I think I'm really going to use this purple here. This I just kind of swatched on my arm here. You can kind of see it's just a really pretty iridescent color, but like the first time I used it, it just looks like a unicorn color. So I think I'm going to do that on the lid with a little bit of these bigger like glitter chunks on it. But I think I'm going to go into my crease with this purple, which I'm weary of because I hate using shimmers in my crease, but oh, I found my brush. Good. But for this one it might work. And I'm going to go in with the violet color, and there's like two purples in here, and I'm going in with the one that's a little brighter. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to pack this in. I don't even think it's going to really show up. Shoot. I'm going to try one more time. Maybe if I dot more. Oh yeah, that's better. But still not enough. I'm going to grab just a flat brush. So we're just going to go in with this Sonia Kush something. And I am just going to go in and pack that into the crease instead. And we will go and blend it out in a second. It's a bummer. I don't really have a good matte purple. But this should work. Don't mind the fact that my skin is a hot mess right now. My hair is a hot mess right now. I'm just a disaster. Okay, so we're really just gonna pack that in there. You can see it a little more. And then I kind of want to go over part of that. I might regret it. And so I have the purple on both eyes. I look crazy right now, but now I'm going to go back into Bare, so the pink shade, and I'm going to kind of just see if I can blend out this line a little bit. This is why I don't like using shimmers in the crease, because I feel like they're doing Alright, so now I am dipping into Indigo in the Violet palette. I am using a wet brush for this one. I just wet it down with Fix Plus, and I'm going to pack this color into the outer corner. It's a little bit of a darker purple. Okay, perfect. Now I think I'm going to, I do want the crease brighter, so I'm going to see, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to go into Desert Dusk palette and grab this purple shade here. I don't know how much brighter this will be, but it should at least make a little bit of a difference. So we're just going to dip into that and just run that into the crease as well. I just want it to look more purple and not just like muddy. Perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab the same brush that I just did the outer corner with, and I'm going to wet that again, and I'm going to dip into this like white iridescent shade in the Violet Voss palette, and we are going to pack that onto both of the lids. Alright, so we have that white shade on both eyes, and I actually don't like it at all. It's way too gold. But that's okay because I'm going over it with a shimmer anyways. So now I just kind of have to try and figure out which shimmer shade I want to do. And I cannot get these little tabs off of these glitters for the life of me. There we go. So this first one I'm going to kind of swatch and just look at is by BH Cosmetics. Okay, so it's really pretty. It's like a rose gold, but it's not as intense as I want it to be. This one I think is the one I'm ended up doing. So this one is, oh yeah, BH Cosmetics, and it is just like this little guy. Alright, so we have that white shade on both of the lids, and I actually don't like it at all. It's way too like yellow and gold and just not, I was thinking it would be more of like a white iridescent, not like a gold undertone. So I'm going to go over it anyways though with some glitter, so it really does not matter. Trying to find a brush to use here. I think this is the one I've used in the past. Yep. So I don't really use, this is probably not good, but I don't use a glitter primer, like a glitter glue. I just use my eyelash glue. So I go on and just kind of pat that on to my lid. Let it dry for a couple seconds. And I just don't think there can be that big of a difference between this and glitter glue, but I've never tried it, so I guess I would not know. Maybe I'm really missing out. Shoot, I guess I have to remember it's going to dry clear. So I'm just going to get that on my lid, and then I'm going to go in with that same brush. Oops. Make sure I'm going to get that to stick everywhere. I'm going to dip into the glitter. That's going to be a mess, I think. And then I'm going to press that on, not using that brush, I lied. We are just going to use my finger, I think. I don't know how to maneuver this. This plan is backfiring on me a little bit. Oh, there we go. It's definitely just a pat, not a swipe. This is stunning. So this is, what is this, Violet Voss glitter, I believe. Yeah, it's perfect because so is majority of the colors on my eyes. The only thing with using eyelash glue, which I guess I don't know if it's different when you use glitter glue, until it dries down, it does feel just a little bit sticky, but holy cow, that is very sparkly. That's much better though. I like that a lot better than that goldy shade. So now I'm going to go ahead and just do the other eye. Here we go. So we have got the glitter on both my eyes. You can't even see it. I wonder if I adjust the lighting here because it is so shimmery. It's really pretty, but I can like see it out at the corners of my eyes too. So I don't know about this. But next I do want to go in. I don't like how dull my crease is still looking. So I'm just going to go in with this hot pink shade that I used for my last look that you guys saw. But I know it's going to work, so it's whatever. Pat off. Alright, so for primer, I'm going to go in with this Hard Candy Stick It to Pores, especially on my chin because I don't know why, but my pores on my chin have just been nuts. So we're going to kind of just blot that in there, and then I am going to bring that just up here. I've only used this a couple times. I haven't been loving it, but I have learned that if you kind of let it warm up on your skin a little bit before you like focus on pressing it in, I do seem to get better results. So we are just going to pat that in really into those areas. I don't even think I'm going to prime the rest of my face. I am going to grab just a big loose fluffy brush. I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a ton of glitter fallout. And I don't want that to get stuck in my foundation. So I'm going to grab that. Oh man, what a mess. Oh boy. There we go. Alright, for foundation today, I'm going to go in with the Born This Way. I've just started using this not that long ago. And yeah, I don't mind it. It's not my favorite, but it works. I am going to go in and do some concealer. So I've been using the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I really like this stuff, but it is thick. So if you like a very full coverage concealer, this is for you. If you do not like a thicker concealer, I went up a little higher because the eyeshadow went over, so if anyone's wondering. But if you don't like a thick concealer, this is not for you. It's heavy duty. Like, compared to Shape Tape, I would say it's like so I'm going to grab a different type of beauty blender. I like to use these ones to clean up my corners of my eyes because they have the nice straight line. So I am going to just take the concealer here and follow my lower lash line up like that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Follow that lower lash line up. This side is easy because I have a mole right here, and so I know that I always want to be like right below that mole. But the other side is definitely a little more challenging. There we go. So first I just focus on getting that line nice and clean, and then I kind of go and blend down. Now you can definitely see on this side, well, maybe not anymore. There's just a little bit of like a pink shadow there where the shadow kind of blended down. So I am going to just take a tad bit more concealer, and for that I'm going to take my finger and just press that in. I feel like I'll get a little more coverage that way. See, now I have that nice clean line. And actually I want to go over it even a little bit further. You see how when I close my eye, there's like a hang off here? I want to come all the way into the corner. So like that. So when I close, I don't know, I'm weird about where it starts. in particular. Yeah, I like that better. I'm going to press that in because I don't think my Beauty Blender is going to be able to get in there. And then when I smoke out my lower lash line, it'll kind of connect really well with this, and if I did go in too far, I'll just bring it up a little bit, if that makes sense. But there, that is the one eye. We are going to go ahead and blend this one out. Alright, so there is this eye look. I feel like you guys can't even see it because the glare on this glitter is so insane. Next, I am going to go in and set everything. I'm just going to use my Coty Airspun powder. So I'm going to use that same Diamond Beauty Blender I was using for concealer. And I'm just going to press that in. I said in my last video, I don't tend to bake my face very often. I think it makes me look dry when I let powder sit on too long. So we are just going to go in and do this. I'm starting with that eye area just because that's what creases the fastest on me. Then I'm going to move to my chin because that also likes to crease. We're going to go up my nose here. Not up my nose, you get it. Forehead. And then I'm just going to take what's left on my blender and kind of bring it around to set everything else. I'm going to go in really quick and do just a tiny bit of bronzing. I mean, like I said, I'm actually not going anywhere, so the rest of my face doesn't really matter. Got it. I'm going to take this blush brush, a little bit on the cheeks here. This is obviously an extremely colorful eye look, so I don't want to do anything too crazy for blush. Beautiful. Now we are going to highlight. Same goes for this, where I'm try not to go too crazy since I'm literally doing nothing. What do I want to use? I am going to dip into the Carli Bybel BH Cosmetics palette, actually. I've barely used this one, but I really like it so far. I think, yeah, I'm going to take the pinkish shade, which I would normally never use, and I'm going to mix it with the white shade. I know this is gonna be crazy. Yeah, figured. Huh! Oh my gosh, I'm panicking. Can I blend that out a little? That's better. Well, fits the theme, so that's fine. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. This palette is stunning. I've like barely had a chance to play with it. But it is so pretty. Going up and doing the high points on my forehead. I'm going to do a smidge on the nose. There we go. It's a really pretty highlight. I'm going to go ahead and blend that. Beep, beep, beep. Boop, boop, boop. Ta-da! Alright, so I am going to do eyebrows very quickly. All right, we have brows on. I'm starting to look more human. I'm going to go in and just kind of line my lower lash line now. I'm thinking I'm just going to do a combination of the pink and the purple from the Juvia's Place palette. If I can find my favorite brush to do that with. I think it's this one. Yep, so I like using this little smudging brush here that I got in BoxyCharm a couple months ago. And I'm going to get it wet. I'm going to start with the purple and just go in the outer corner here. Got it. Perfect. All right, so this is looking really good actually. I always feel like I always have a moment whenever I'm doing my makeup where I'm like, this is not going to turn out how I wanted to, like I might as well just quit now, and then it always works out in the end. So I need to stop that. What do I want to do for my brow bone and inner corner? I think I'm going to go in with the pink shade from Carly Bybel's palette again. Eyes are done. I'm going to go ahead and set my face with my Fix Plus. I'm going to go in and just do some mascara quick. I don't want to do lashes because I feel like there's enough going on my eyes right now that, or no, I don't want to do eyeliner. I do want to do lashes, I think. We'll see. I'm going to pop on lashes, lips. I will be right back. Alright guys, so here is our finished look. Very purple, very sparkly. You guys will have to check out my Instagram because I have a feeling you'll be able to see the eyes better without the glare of my light here. But yeah, my lashes are by BH Cosmetics, and then my lip, this is one I've never used before. This is the Violet Voss Turning Violet lip gloss, so it's like really purpley. But yeah, it's perfect for this look. So that is this week's theme is going to be mystical creatures. So keep an eye on my Instagram for the rest of the looks that go into this theme. I'm really excited. I have some fun ideas, even though they're done quite frequently. I feel like I can put my own little twist on them and it'll be good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week.